Good morning, folks. We are staring at Hubble's new view of the Horsehead Nebula. We've got a lot to cover today, so let's do it. First, NASA released a terrific video on ISON yesterday discussing a potential meteor shower at Earth. We've got a ton of ISON data now in the archive news, perhaps a summary is in order. When it comes to an East Coast tsunami threat, most think about the Canary Islands, which, by the way, have completely ended their recent swarm with only minor rumblings scattered across days instead of minutes. Those who have been here a while know I'm also concerned over the northern coast of Puerto Rico. Can almost see where historic landslides have taken place, and that wave would have much less distance to travel. But in the link list today, you will find an article describing why scientists think the tsunami threat is right here, an unexpected seismic jolt that leaves us without warning or option. Well, folks, let's come to the quake watch. 2 days ago, Mars geocentrically conjoined the Sun. Mercury and Uranus are conjoining today, and in 2 days, Venus and Saturn are in geocentric opposition. Beyond that, we've had our eye on these huge dark coronal holes turning towards Earth. You remember yesterday began with a 7.2 striking the Kuril Islands without much damage or injury. They took a 6-pointer aftershock as well. Then the new day kicked off with a slightly smaller but far more devastating earthquake in China. The 6.9 was downgraded to 6.6. At least 56 people have died, and there are hundreds hurt. Lastly, on the quakes, you don't often see a 5-pointer or any quakes whatsoever in the heart of Africa. A lot of volcanoes near here too. So New Zealand. Drought abated, is Northland half flooded and half dry? BOM sites aren't updating for me this morning, so I'll need some local commenters filling in the gaps for your weather. The same storm that hit India and Bangladesh 2 days ago also made its way to China. Hundreds of homes destroyed by the hail, thousands of others damaged, and tens of thousands of crops destroyed. Officials are denying breakouts of a mystery disease killing elk and paralyzing monkeys in India. Yikes. Residents are evacuating after storm effects have exacerbated to worry of levee failures amidst the flooding and power outages. And the top eco alert of the day, they're detecting rising tritium levels but have no clue where the leak source is at this facility. Switching to space weather, and the gamma burst began rolling in. 2 days ago it came from Leo, then yesterday Pegasus shot one our way, and just hours ago we took one more from Ursa Major near the celestial North Pole. Solar wind speed is flatlined. Ignore momentary deviations to recognize how weak this is. No magnetic disturbance or plasma penetration without strong wind, obviously, but the inductions have endured throughout this pitiful solar wind stream. What happened to the clean disk from yesterday? A couple active regions were born and began shifting this way. Yesterday afternoon, most of you saw we issued an eruption warning for this active region, and we'll come back to that. Also got one way north for an alleged solar maximum, and apparently with magnetic complexity as well. The Earth footprint, our magnetic connection is grainy, indicating it's behind the limb, but on the right you see our lesser connectivity is scattered across the sphere. Looking at the gong, umbral fields appear wide open to Earth, and if we look at this from above, you see the Earth down there below well within the influence of that opening turning in. Lastly, that eruption warning luckily saw no megablast, but we did get some ejecta off a tiny C flare moments ago. Satellites just updating now. I'd check stereo A core 2 first, then B, then transition to SOHO as it's updated. Shots of our star to close, eyes open. No fear, it's 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's the news. Be safe, everyone.